To spare. If you've got $10,000 change, well, the ultimate smartphone could be yours. The Vertu TI claims to have a scratch-proof design and, believe it or not, a concierge available at just the touch of a button. And in a sign of separation from its former parent company, Nokia, Vertu chose an Android operating system rather than Windows, which is what Nokia uses these days. Earlier today, Vertu's chief executive, Perry Oosting, explained that decision to me and more.
We live in a world where there's open operating systems that are quite open to use. And I think Android is a typical example, is where Android is just delivering great software. And then it's up to the developers like us to develop a user interface and not touching the source code. And it's very open and available. It's very democratic. So in that respect, we didn't have any default in terms of going from a bigger corporation than a standalone business. Very different than in the car industry.
But what about your customers? How are they going to be buying that and thinking, well, you know, if 2 or 3 years down the line, the operating systems shift, I've spent all this money on this phone, they don't have a big technological backup like Nokia, say, if something goes wrong?
Well, the backup is not because of Nokia or Vertu. Whatever the backup is if you want to store your data, if that's the backup where you're relating to, you have cloud services that sometimes are even independent from what kind of operating system it is. And then there's also the upgradability going forward that gives you that security element. So I don't see there's any risk in that, because that's not different than any other operating platform.
I must ask you, there's only around about 320,000 people out there who have one of these coveted luxury phones. Obviously, it's never going to be your mass market product. But then again, if you juxtapose that with the way how the average person buys a mobile phone, they only keep it for about 2 years or so. Run me through the logic of buying one of these.
Well, the logic is, first of all, if you are interested in something which is different, unique, that's one element, in terms of that is not widespread. If you are interested in durable materials versus disposable materials and have an element like you buy other luxury categories, which is more the touch and the feel and the sensory experience, we believe we offer something unique and different in that respect. And I believe it's also delivering you services that, besides the normal usage of a smartphone and the browsing elements, you get additional services, which is, for example, the concierge or the encryption voice calls that we deliver, and the certainty on the package and the service proposition. I think we could be quite a unique choice. Then are we for everybody? Absolutely not. That's never our drive. We're not after market share. We're not after high quantities. We want to deliver an authentic, made in Hampshire, made by one person, a unique proposition that is a true sensory experience in terms of the experience of the device. And it's not only the materials. That is also the human touch through the concierge, and it's also about the durability combined with high-tech technology.